What's up guys, Andre here with another Bally Turn tutorial video, and today we're going to be going over zone skills. Today we have in the tutorial, we're going to be selecting Rosary Yoshihara and Maddox. Rosary is a very defensive character who has 3 zone skills in her heaven stance, so she's a perfect person to use for this tutorial. Here you're going to learn exactly how to use your zone skills, when to use your zone skills, and then with your creative mind, you'll be able to come up with more clever ways of triggering them off. For now, let's just go over the very basic premise of a zone attack. In fighting games, to anybody who does play fighting games, and to those who don't but watch it, you will often hear the term of a player is zoning out another player. When that happens, what they mean by that is the defending player is actually doing a good job on zoning out the opponent, on stopping them from approaching. So you set up these defensive moves, you set up these obstacles for your opponent to get through before your opponent can get to you. Rosary does that as well. She sets up these zone skills to make it harder for the enemy to approach her. So let's go over how we can do that. Zone skill cards are much like trap cards per se, to reference another game. But they are much like trap cards where when your opponent's turn comes, when they attack you, you can choose to spring them off to hinder your opponent's turn even further. Now, let's say for the sake of the tutorial, Rosary has 3 Eterna. So we've already done her combo rush. We're going into skills. With that, you pick up your deck and you would pick either a blue or red combo rush card. Of course, you wouldn't reveal this to your opponent. Now, with your blue or red combo rush card that you have currently in your hand, the reason why I have 3 is because there are 3 zone skills here. You do not have to arm all 3 zone skills in one go. There's a more advanced way to play Rosary, but for now, like I said before, we're going over the absolute basic form. How to arm and use a zone skill. So, you performed your combo, it's time to use your skills. You have 3 zone skills. You choose either a blue or red combo rush card, and you just slide it underneath the card that you want to activate the zone skill. For here, we're using the Thorns of Anguish. We're going to tap that, so we're going to turn it sideways to symbolize that this zone skill is now activated. It is ready to go. With that being said, for tutorial sakes, we're going to arm all of our zone skill cards in a single turn. So all of them are armed with a card underneath it. Now, after you arm your skills, you can perform another combo rush. Rosary's combo rush value is 3, so she can draw another 3 cards and attack Maddox. Let's say for the sake of tutorial, Rosary got another 3 Eterna built from attacking Maddox, so she now has 6 Eterna. It is now Maddox's turn because Rosary only has zone skill cards on this field. I assure you she doesn't have that in the full game. This is just a tutorial. So, she only has these 3 skills here, and they're all zone skill cards. They cannot be triggered offensively. So she is going to end her turn since she has no more moves to make. It is now Maddox's turn. Maddox will pick his 3 cards that he wants to attack Rosary with for his combo. However, before Maddox initiates his combo, Rosary, the defending player, has a choice that she can make. Rosary can decide to trigger one of her zone skills, 2 or all 3, in the same go. She can only do this at the start of her opponent's combo. So, if Maddox were to hit us with a combo and we chose not to use them, then he uses a skill. In his next combo, we can say, you know what, we want to use these zones. So, with that being said, Maddox draws 3 to prepare himself for a combo rush. Before he sets down a combo rush card, Rosary is going to decide that she wants to, let's look at her cards here, she wants to do some damage. With that being said, she's going to bring forward her Thorns of Asperity. Now, what happens here is still Maddox's turn. He has 3 cards set aside because he's using his combo. Maddox has to take a guess. Is it a blue or a red combo rush card underneath the Thorns of Asperity? Maddox will take a guess, and he guesses red, but instead, it is blue. Which means Maddox will take 10 damage, and Rosary will lose 2 Eterna, which brings her down to 4 Eterna. Maddox takes 10 damage, Rosary taps that over, and now Rosary can decide, do I want to use another zone? Or do I want to wait for his next combo rotation? Keep in mind, you can use all 3 zones at the start of your opponent's combo rotation, or you can hold on to them as the turn goes on. For the sake of tutorial, let's say we use the Thorns of Malice right after we use the Thorns of Asperity. We have 4 Eterna. We're going to bring forward our Thorns of Malice. Maddox, once again, has not yet attacked us. He's still trying to get through our obstacles that we set in his way. Maddox decides that he's going to guess blue this time. As he guesses blue, it is actually red. Which means Rosary uses the EX version of her Thorns of Malice. Which means Maddox now has lost 3 Eterna. It is sealed off. Read the rulebook to know what seals do. His Eterna is now sealed by 3. Rosary now only has 1 Eterna. She's unable to use the Thorns of Anguish. Which means now Maddox can play his 3 cards. Once Maddox plays his 3 combo cards, let's just say he plays 3 combo cards, and he decides, okay, I played my 3 combo cards, I'm going to use a skill, and he uses his skill and it hits Rosary. Let's just say it hits her, right? Now he's going to play another 3 combo cards, so he picks out 3 cards, but before he can play, Rosary once again can determine whether or not she wants to use her Thorns of Anguish. Because she doesn't have the Eterna to do so, of course she can't declare it. But if she had the Eterna to do so, she can actually declare the Thorns of Anguish before he goes into his second combo rotation, because this is at the start of his combo. Now, let's go over one of Rosary's combo potentials here. Let's say Rosary decided to go and perform a combo rush. And let's say for the sake of sakes, 2 of those cards got guarded by Maddox. Only 1 of her combo rush cards hit. Even if you don't have the Eterna, you can still arm your zone skills. But until you get the right Eterna, you can't use them. So, if you decide that you have 1 Eterna, and you want to arm the Thorns of Asperity, you can tap that to the side. And since you have gone into a skill, technically, you've armed a skill, you can now perform 3 more. You can now perform another combo rush and draw 3 cards. Or play 3 cards, sorry. You can play 3 cards, arm a skill, play 3 cards, arm a skill, play 3 cards. In hopes that you siphon up enough Eterna that when your opponent's turn comes around, you're able to defend yourself with your zone skill cards. I want to make one thing very clear. You cannot use a zone skill card when your opponent's attacking you with his own skill card. You can only do it at the beginning of a combo rush. Once the opponent has played their combo cards and you decide not to use anything, you're going to have to wait for the next combo rotation in order to use your zone skills. When you've armed your zone skills, and let's say you haven't used any of them, your turn comes to an end, it's Maddox's turn, and Maddox's turn comes to an end, and your skills still haven't been used, then on Rosary's turn, her combo potential has gone down tremendously. The reason for that being is because when she plays 3 combo cards, when she goes into her skill, she can't arm a zone card because they're already armed. Therefore, she will only have access to 1 loose skill that she has, and after she uses that, she does a combo and then her turn comes to an end. So it's very important to make sure that you get your zone cards out there as quickly as possible so you can keep your turns and you can keep your combos going and pressuring your opponent. Anyways, that's how you use a zone skill card. This is Rosary, that's Maddox, and Rosary specializes in keeping her opponents at a distance with her long spear, the full bloom, and just pressuring her opponent on the offense and on the defense. So, if you're more of a player that likes to make your opponents make his own mistakes, be his own demise, Rosary is a character for you. Zone cards are definitely the best way for a defensive player to keep the pressure even when it is not his or her turn. This is Ballyturna, and now you know how to use zone skill cards. Now set up those obstacles and make it difficult for your opponent to come close to you. Let them defeat themselves. This is Ballyturna, and I'll see you guys in the next video.